Number one, I don't really have the same drinking habits that I had back before when I was single, and which was very nihilistic. Like it was just go to a bar and just get absolutely faced. Like what my relationship with alcohol was before. There was like I used to remember marveling at the idea that people would have collections of alcohol.
Oh, like, you're like, why is it still here? Why is it not in your bellies?
You could be drinking right now.
Yes.
That's insane. Why would you? That just seems like dumb. Like, you know, like if you have it, that says something about you, bro.
It is Tuesday night, and that means that it's time for the best of the worst of the internet. It's time for Night Attack! Coming to you in your face ever since 1772. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood, live in Austin, Texas. Joining me from the Motel 6 just down the hallway in Ohio, it's Justin Robert Young. What's going on, JRY?
Holy moly, Brian. We are locked, stocked, and ready to rock with among our best shows ever. A lot of people have been saying, Brian and Justin, way to suck asshole the last 4 months. Well, they have all been unwatchable, these shows. We're going to make it all up to you in one mother flipping episode.
First of all, how many times do I have to tell you that the whole issue with your dad is in the past, and it doesn't matter how much he doesn't like the show ever since you didn't send him money. Let that go, Justin.
That's all I do.
Content.
I get texts from Charles Oscar Young. It says, could have been quicker on that joke in the second act. And I'm like, that's really specific considering we have no relationship, Father.
Wouldn't that be the worst thing is if he knew you so well that he could exactly nail the notes you would have given yourself and get you before him. And you're like,
I know. And then I realized that really I was born of a voice in my own head, and I am my own creation and therefore my own destruction.
Oh,
Brian,
my God. Yeah.
2 things.
Yeah.
We are going to try to wake the echoes and bring down lightning from Valhalla in our first act.
Yep.
And we are then going to finally complete our transition, our inevitable transition, into morning DJs from Sydney, Australia, when we interview Australia's #1 sketch comedy group, for which we have become obsessed with since for months now because of their videos. Aunty Donna are going to be on the show tonight. I could not be more excited.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird to know that they're right now in the chat room watching right now as I hate Aunty Donna. They're wondering what's up with the Diamond Clubs. It'll all become clear to you, beautiful gentlemen. But first, we have important issues. For example, heroes, political heroes, journalists from 20 years ago who shaped our understanding of reality, who somehow have become the punchline of impressions that Justin and I cannot stop
Punchlines?
doing.
Punchlines?
It's not a punchline.
Punchlines, Brian?
No,
How about inspirations and tributes to a great man? Let me explain to you guys something. We started doing these John Stossel impressions over a year ago. Somebody cut together a 7-minute montage of us doing John Stossel impressions. If you're not familiar with John Stossel, and I realize that we've just been doing these impressions for years, and we haven't. Somebody get Brian the clip that we did. This is actually John Stossel.
Yeah,
here's
actual John Stossel.
Trains that come so often, you seldom have to wait. During the rush hour, a train stops every minute.
Good. Oh, I was young then. That was one of my 2020 reports from the days when Russia was still communist. And the subway was nice. I think there were
By the way,
communist...
hasn't aged a day,
Yeah,
John.
no shit, man. Our obsession with John Stossel has apparently frozen him in time.
Just at ABC 2 who wanted me to point out good things about... Despite the failure of central planning.
Wait for it. Oh, this is all current stuff. I want his old school stuff.
Okay, well, here, and you've seen that. John Stossel has been an award-winning journalist for both ABC, and now he works on Fox Business Channel. This is when we were still at Twit. This is the beginning of our John Stossel impression obsession.
It's impression. So I wanted, and now that I have the look, I wanted to view it for you.
Hit me up.
There's one lawyer in Atlanta who thinks that he should get $400,000 every time he opens a can of worms. Do you think that's good? I don't know. I asked him, whether he thinks it's fair that he's taking your money.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
How should I?
So anyway, so this goes on. It's called Brian and Justin's John Stossel impression. We came to a conclusion last night on the phone, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the part that makes me uncomfortable because true talk here. It's no secret. I'm one of those nut job crazy, possibly anarcho-capitalist libertarians who just believes that, let anyone but the government decide everything. And it was really John Stossel that led me down that path. It was watching his videos in the mid-90s. John Stossel Goes to Washington was an amazing special. And I kid you not, Justin, I wrote life goals. And there were two people I wanted to meet. Jack Black and John Stossel. So this is really messed up. That
we've now become.
You tell it.
We've now become obsessed with doing a John Stossel impression. You told me that you were a fan of his. You did not say that you wrote down a goal in which it was a life goal to meet John Stossel. Now, allow me to christen the new ongoing bit of Night Attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to engage in Mission Imstosselable.
Look, here's what's going to happen. A lot of people think it's not possible for John Stossel to join a middling comedy podcast that doesn't even have itself affiliated with a network. Some people say that unless you have big corporate money, it's impossible to make John Stossel appear.
I mean, after all, how would John Stossel even get on the show? Would it be via government protocol? Would it be via a secure transfer? He couldn't possibly come on using a private company like Skype or Google Hangouts.
James Randi's offered $1 million prize to anyone who can make John Stossel magically appear. If I win that money, I'd give it to charity.
John Stossel on Night Attack? Give me a break.
The give me the break is always the punch out, right?
So here's the deal. We will not stop doing John Stossel impressions until he comes on the show and we interview him on this show.
Wow.
We believe that John Stossel is an amazing broadcast journalist. We are fans of his work, and we love doing impressions of him. Even though nobody listening to us it really has any idea who he is. We love him. We want to bring his message to a new audience, and we would love to have him on this show. This is a big, long shot, but again, folks, it's Mission Imstosselable.
Comedians Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young think it's funny to mock someone who was born with a speech impediment. It took years for John Stossel to overcome his stuttering. I read about it in my own book. Give me a break.
A lot of people didn't even know John Stossel had a speech impediment and just thought he was a very polished public journalist who was able to deliver a message in a clear and concise way.
In fact, he overcame years of struggle, which Brian knows because he's such a fan. He's bought both of his books and illegally downloaded every special he's ever done.
A lot of people think that's wrong. Maybe he should have paid the government so they could send him tapes from the Library of Congress.
Bill Clinton thinks so. Here he is in an interview talking about how he doesn't even know who Brian Brushwood is.
I have no idea who he is.
Is that true? You be the judge. I don't know. I got nothing.
Give me a break.
Give me a break. I forgot. That's the one punch out on the John Stossel thing. Dude.
So here we go. This is a real thing. We would like for people to show support for John Stossel and to politely do our best to bring him on this show.
God damn it. John Stossel is literally tweeting the debate right this minute.
And that's how we'll show our commitment to American politics, Brian, by asking for his attention while he's doing his job. Do not spam him. Be very polite and let John Stossel know that he is being courted by this very show.
Oh, man. Okay, right on.
All right, so wait, he's tweeting things right now.
Yeah.
What they say versus what it means. So, Brian,
Maybe
you
we should read some of these, right?
Yeah. So you read it,
Sure.
and then I'll read the John Stossel version.
Okay, Hillary Clinton says, my plan would make college tuition free.
What that really means is I can give away just as much of your money as Bernie Sanders.
Hillary Clinton says, I never took a position on Keystone until I took a position on Keystone.
What that means is I'm a craven politician.
Give me a break. Wow. Bernie Sanders says, make every public college tuition free.
What that really means is America can go broke even sooner. Give me a break.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Hey, dude, I kind of want to just jump straight to the big.
Let's just go ahead and do it. Before we do, let's remind everybody that this show, where we publicly annoy John Stossel and have the kings of Australian comedy on, can be brought to you only by patreon.com/Night Attack. If you support us there, we can continue to do this show. It is so amazing that you guys have been so supportive for so long. We really want to redouble our efforts and make this show bigger and better than it ever has been. And hopefully that is reflected on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Night Attack.
Yeah, man. A wiser man than us once said, it's all about value for value, man. If we provide you some value, if we amuse you, if you appreciate the stuff that we bring to you, then certainly throw us a few nickels and we will be your best friends, just like we are now. Best friends joining us from Australia. It's where I can only imagine it's midnight yesterday.
It's 1 p.m., 1:15 on Wednesday afternoon in Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
You guys,
We're Melbourneans.
So I just realized that I need to reformat this. So Justin, you take the helm while I go ahead and make us a new shot for this. Go ahead.
For anybody who is not aware, go ahead and check out Aunty Donna on YouTube. A lot of their amazing sketches are there, of course, as they slowly embrace in what is maybe the most electric moment on oh, jeez. Shit just got too real. So go ahead and check it out. And also, they have a brand new show coming out, right?
What are the details on the pilot? We may have seen a bootleg of the pilot because we're region locked and not technically supposed to see it, but we may have seen it anyway. What did we see quasi legally?
There's no quasi there. That is illegal. And,
okay.
Okay, fair enough.
The Australian government.
Then we
will come
imagined it. You know, it was a vision quest in which we saw your pilot.
You flew to Australia, sat
Of
down,
course,
watched it,
yeah.
flew back.
Yeah, now it's weird that we would forget that, Justin, because remember we were doing John Stossel impressions the entire time, and then we landed. Just
fucking
long
life
enough.
happens in between John Stossel impressions, guys. You know how shit goes.
Yes. So
I want to know who John Stossel is now. I've been watching all the videos of the John Stossel guy, the man who doesn't age.
yes. He's it's too personal. I can't even share it. So tell us this: the pilot is out in Australia, right? It's already aired and everything.
It's on like an online sort of ABC iView, which is an online sort of channel TV thing, sort of like Netflix.
So let's say either somebody is listening in Australia right now, or they had a magical technology that allowed them to, let's just say, tunnel through the internet. That'd be a good word for it, right?
Someone had some sort of VPN. They've just made that name up. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
A VPN, of course, being short for a
Vincent Purcell Nutrarian.
Yes,
that's right. Yeah, you guys are the tech. By the way, I feel like I'm living in the future at the moment. This is incredible. That we're just having this live Skype and we're talking. We're like, you guys are in Austin and
Austin and where are you, Justin? I didn't. Even
I'm in Los Angeles right now.
So haven't you done well, Justin?
They're very well. Ooh, living in the future.
Oh no! I feel so loved.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. It's like a warm blanket, like of affection from
Warm Aussie
Australia.
blanket.
You guys just had dinner and we just had lunch.
Oh no.
You just had a big yummy dinner and we just had a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yum, yum,
yum.
Jesus Christ. So, where should people who have access to one of these VPN time traveling machines point their browser windows to?
Firstly, can you see in the background? There's a sort of there's one of there's a nerd behind Zach. See that guy? That's the guy doing Aunty Donna suck.
Oh, great. Awesome.
That's Sam. He's our writer. He writes with us. So he wrote Bikey Wars as well as us.
Yes!
Amazing. Yes. I know. And believe you me, we will get to that in annoying
I've
detail.
got a feeling
in a
you
second.
guys have seen. And
Okay, all right. Can we pull back the curtain just a little bit? How annoying has our fangirlingness over the Bikey Wars video been to you? Because I know that on Twitter, people have been hammering you. We had people showing up to our events cosplaying as Bikey Wars, and
yeah, they were incredible. They were fantastic. No, it's been beautiful. It's been a blessing to be on the other side of the world and hear you guys having so much at that. Will you tell them about how your dad found the video?
My dad found the video of all the people singing it, and my dad was really proud of me.
That's amazing.
My dad was like, I was just bloody Googling you, and then I found a bunch of people in America singing your song. I'm bloody proud of you, Dad. You're doing all right, mate. You're doing all right, son.
It is all right. So let me just ask you this: how weird is it for something? How long ago did you guys create Bikey Wars compared to when it came on our radar and everybody in our circle started yelling about it and bugging you on Twitter?
Yeah, well.
We created it for a live show probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just over 2 years old as a concept, and then we performed it for about a year live before we filmed it. Oh, hello. Before we filmed it. So yeah, it was literally probably just under 2 years old when you guys found it.
And so we came across it not knowing that it was based on a successful television show. We didn't even know that to us in America, the word biker means, heavy and gruff or whatever. Bikey is just kind of a funny word. That's how you would imagine like a 12-year-old on his 10-speed going around stealing lunch money, as you would call him, a bikey man. It was culturally, what was it like to see this explode? Because I assume that we're not the only Americans who fell in love with this thing, not knowing the original source material it was based on.
Yeah, it's one of those interesting stories, I guess, because we actually went over to San Francisco and did Sketchfest up there last year. Last year. Yeah, start of last year. And that was part of the show we did. So we just did this Bikey War song, but we changed it. We actually changed it to Biker, so you guys would sort of get the
So people would get it.
Yeah, and so there was something about
Mistake.
I reckon we did 2 little shows. Yeah, we did 2 little shows that maybe 200 people saw, and it went okay. And then we put it up online, and you guys absolutely love it. But that's the thing about all the way we speak over here. I think we have a lot of turn of phrases that are particularly funny, which we just instead of like every word's like a big wang ding dong or something like that. Or was a hey, there they are.
Yeah, there we go.
That's incredible. That's particularly impressive.
I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Chris Mitsula from the chat room. He said he was in a thrift shop when he found this patch covered biker coat, and then decided that was exactly who he was going to be.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and particularly the sign on the wall for $20 abortions with the brilliant iconography. I'm a particular fan.
Well, how
of.
else are you going to get the word out after all?
Yeah, it's all right. It's branding, isn't it? It's seminology. What's the word?
A sticky idea to lift a nation's spirits. So you guys, you do this video. We become kind of obsessed with it. How weird is it to just see so many tweets from like across the world, just like spontaneously about something that had been out there for a little bit?
It's pretty crazy. It's that thing of like, because that's probably the social media form we're the worst at is Twitter. We're pretty good at Facebook and stuff. So we'll sometimes go on Twitter and think of a funny joke once a week and put it on Twitter. So then just every now and then we'll just go online and like, oh, a lot of people like this now. Okay. Not really understand how it happened or why it happened or like
and who had the original idea? Yeah, you made it sound. Did you say that Sam was the writer who helped write it, or who first said let's do a thing about Bikey Wars?
Oh, we just had the idea of it was one of those days where we were just writing new ideas, and we had this. We found that we were in this really weird art space, which was run by like a. I won't name the place, but it was just run by an old like.
Oh no! Go ahead, shit on him. Like it's in America, whatever. Take shots.
Justin. And we were in like some art space collaborative place. We were rehearsing this show, and I found like a toy gun, and I just started walking around. Well, we all just started walking around and going like, "Oh, hey, come over here. Zach got something to tell to you. Go bang your dad, and you're dead, and we just walked around doing that for like as a way to sort of just procrastinate instead of doing writing, and then we're like, well, that's pretty funny. Is there any way that we can make this okay? Like, is there any way that we can do this and have people think, oh, that's not deeply, deeply, deeply offensive? So we put it on bikers. We're like, oh, because no one likes bikers. Everyone wants them dead. And then we're like, oh, we'll put a little nice jingle to it, and then we'll practice it. We'll do it in front of people, and we'll see if it's okay. And then people are so okay with it, and no one should be okay with it. It's senseless violence.
Well, for the record,
a reprehensible human being for many different reasons.
Well,
if it had been a sketch about just needlessly killing innocent people from the start, people would hate it. But we kill one bad person at the start, then we kill a cop, and then an innocent bystander, and it's hilarious.
It's a crooked cop, for the record. That guy had a long track record.
The other thing about him, that's John Wood. He's from a very, very well-known Australian TV show called Blue Heelers, and he played a normal police officer for 20 years, and so we thought it'd be funny to shoot him.
That was his real legacy, is getting shot for being a crooked cop.
That's right. Yeah.
So despite the fact that we've watched this video about 50 million times, none of us have done any kind of research into the source material of the actual documentaries or series Bikey Wars. Does it have anything to do? Does it track to the plot of that?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like, it was just sort of just a coincidence. We were thinking of a name for it, and I think because the series had come out, we sort of had it in our heads to call it that. It's very coincidentally close to an actual massacre that happened in the 80s Australia, but just for the record, to any bikers listening at home, that is a coincidence and an accident, and at no level did we want to base it on real life.
Okay, so...
Please stop sending death threats.
Thank you.
So for the record,
it's good to ask politely.
As often happens when you find a shiny object, it's like you get excited about it, you get more and more excited about it, and then it tapers off. Unfortunately for us, the height of our excitement about Bikey Wars happened right around the time there was an actual biker war in Waco, Texas, just up the road, with 150 bikers being arrested in mass.
Was that one at the TGI Fridays or something?
Twin Peaks, yeah. And by the way, if we can, as we're known for our political insights here on this show, there's this amazing.
Mostly what we're known for. Interviewing Australian sketch comedy groups is really only the secondary thing.
Stossel and political.
There's an amazing article in GQ online that you guys should all read. I mean, not you guys, because it'll make you not want to do Bikey Wars anymore. But it essentially makes a very compelling case that most of those shots were fired by the cops coming upon.
A lot of people think that a lot of those shots were fired by the cops. After all, they were just peaceful bikers.
Bill Clinton says he loves cops. James Randi says he'll give $1 million if anyone can show him a real cop. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the pilot. How did the pilot? Did somebody in my mind? Someone knocks at the door, and somebody dances a song and says, "We think you are super great. We're going to give you a pilot to hate," because it'll take a lot of work.
That's a reach for the rhyme. I mean, like why would they hate him?
Because I'm sitting here with bloody B Rabbit from Eminem 8 Mile, aren't I? Yeah. Palms are sweaty, knees spaghetti. I'm a sweater already.
But how did it come to be? Was there somebody who just dug your online stuff, or was it from the stage show that it evolved?
Well, this story goes a little something like this. So we have this Australian funding body in Australia called the ABC, not the ABC in America, the Australian one, and they are
Not the one that used to
essentially-
hire John Stossel. Not
Yeah.
that ABC.
All right, go ahead. So ABC
But
talks.
I'm
to
sure
you.
he could get a job at the Australian ABC if he wanted. The old Stoss wanted one. Stossy. But yeah. So essentially, they're the only people in Australia who are funding, new talent. Every other channel is very commercial, very NBC, very, just only in it for the money. And so they gave us, they pretty much said, you're an up and coming comedian. Pitch us an idea. We did. They gave us the money to shoot a pilot. They shot 5 pilots. Out of the 5, the one that they think is deemed the most appropriate will go to series over here. So we find out about that in a few weeks. But,
Wait, so they've turned the actual pitching process into a reality competition show.
they have.
Man,
But-
if only
yeah.
you had a rabid fan base who had access to VP.
Yeah,
VPN,
wait,
is
has
what
that
you called it?
closed yet? Can people still like comment and watch it? And what
best thing-
are the affected channels?
Yeah, I think like the best thing to do would just be to go online, maybe just see what we've been tagging, and then give us a nice tweet.
And maybe just check out a few of our official hashtags
Yeah.
and ats. Who are we atting? Are we atting
If we were
ABC
adding-
iView?
Yeah, if we were doing that, maybe just keep tweeting them.
Do that.
This is like the world's easiest treasure hunt. If
So
you
here we
want
go.
The gold.
And
The
maybe if you just
official-
want to
Maybe what we've just done there.
mention
maybe
that
if you
you're
actually used them.
what we've done in the chat.
I'm not saying to do this.
Oh,
but, if
did
you were to
somebody?
make-
Oh, wow. According to our crack reporters, apparently ABC iView is a very popular tag, as well as hashtag Fresh Blood.
Yeah, maybe those.
That's just
ones,
hearsay. That's neither here nor
Maybe
there.
tell-
That's not.
That's obviously what you would do if you
And
watched
don't.
it.
Well, no, I
don't
mean,
say
listen,
that you-
we have a massive Australian following. This has been well known about this show since day one. We've actively courted and cultivated Australia's largest online viewership. So we want everybody right
Aren't you
now
guys
to
the
go
Prime
ahead
Minister?
and let ABC iView know that the Aunty Donna pilot, which everyone's watched, is the best thing ever, and that needs to go to series.
By the way, you talk about our Australian fan base. The one of our most popular Twitter followers, Aussie McAustralianson, was tweeting us just the other day, and I'm sure we'll be able to check on that in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. Sure. Aussie hello. Mick Australianson is really huge and a supporter of us and really wants ABC iView to know that Aunty Donna is the way to go.
Okay, so I have a question just about Australia in general. There are two
Yeah.
things, and I have to blame Brant Gatawag in the chat for hooking me on Australian
Made that
hip hop.
come
Are you guys familiar with the Fundamentals? Or
Yeah.
wait, really?
Yeah, they're quite well known. They're hip hop.
Damn it!
group, yeah.
It's like a magical. It's the Texas on the other side of the planet. It's like my people. I was born to be in Australia, Justin. I don't belong here among you. Ever since I was a child, I knew I was an Australian.
Sure.
Trapped
I
in an
mean,
American's body.
yeah, no, absolutely. Did you want to ask him about the fundamentals, or you just
No.
want to know if they knew of them?
No, well, it's one of those like, oh, Texas, It's like, God damn it, yes.
They're actually in the room with us right now. Just.
Oh
off
my
shot.
good lord!
Yeah, but we can't. Obviously, the
I mean,
camera's not big
for
enough.
copyright issues, their label would
And-
go nuts if you were to show them on an unauthorized stream.
Russell Crowe's over here, and then Hugh Jackman's there.
Is John Stossel there?
Yeah, he is actually. What's he doing there?
Amazing.
Stossy.
Man, you guys have a hell of a party.
Yeah, it's a very small country.
So you said you came here for Sketchfest. What is the difference in your opinion between like an Australian comedy audience and an American comedy audience, if there is one?
American audiences are thumbs up the best.
They literally are.
Yeah. By the way, we've already passed the pandering portion of the program. You don't have to.
Oh,
Pander
then we
to
hate.
it. You already got their votes.
Much more generous. Like American people in general are much more open, and with an American audience, they want you to succeed. It's like It's like an audience of family and friends every time. British and Australian audiences, they're half drunk and they just sort of walk in and go, "Prove it, prove that you're good. Whereas
So,
American
so
audiences,
it is a similar audience from like Australia to Britain compared to Australia to America.
Americans are beautiful, literally for performance. You guys are so supportive. And in saying that, we've been to California and performed, so maybe it's different in Utah or somewhere else.
No,
I don't know.
in fact, I would actually say from California, the live
No,
audience
it's fine. We can just take a shit on Utah audiences, though.
No,
like, seriously,
all
this
right.
is just fuck them all. Provo,
I don't-
eat it.
Fucking Utah.
Roden, stop!
So, okay, so here's my question. If I were you guys and I woke up one morning and opened up a closet and it turned out that there was a party of Americans freaking out about Bikie Wars, my first thought would be like, well, what a bummer that they're not the ones, why can't they be here? Why are we famous somewhere besides here? Like, was there any of that? I mean, of course you guys are famous, but I mean, is there any wish that kind of fire was located in a different place, or if it's going to be anywhere, it might as well be in America?
I think we're just sort of blessed because I feel like if we'd been around maybe 15 years ago, we would have had maybe a bit of a following here in Melbourne, and that's about it. But we're lucky now that YouTube has led audiences, like kids who like us, have seen us everywhere. So we've done shows in really rural parts of England and had kids there, and then obviously there's kids all over America who love our stuff as well. So I feel like we just want to miss the opportunity to have fans at all in any other time, so that we have so many kids in America and Australia and London and Scotland that we've met, and there's kids everywhere else as well, New Zealand. It's actually brilliant. The only thing that is disappointing is that America's just so big that we can't tour everywhere. Like, I'd love to, we can go to California, San Francisco. We'd just love to at some point, hopefully next year, be able to tour across America.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together maybe 3 or 4 years. 4 years?
Nearly 5.
Nearly. Oh shit.
By the way, our chat room has a habit of interjecting with rude comments the moment anything gets serious or sentimental. And I look
happening?
out of the corner of my eye, I see some asshole in the chat room going, yawn. And I look down, and it's I hate Aunty Donna.
Oi.
Just throw a shoe
Wait.
at him. Can you one of you take off a shoe and just hit him with
Yeah,
the
right.
shoe?
I got docks on, so they're going to take a bit to take off. But all right, Roden's got it.
There we go. Hey, finally.
Hey.
Well, so tell me this. Oftentimes, when you find that the iron is
That's
hot...
dominant, by the way. When you hit somebody with a shoe and then make them give it back, that's a true dominance play.
So oftentimes, whether you feel naturally attracted to one venue for your performance, whether it's live streaming or pre-written one camera comedy or live performing or whatever, you guys obviously have a history of performing live on stage, but it seems like everything's kind of blowing up right now online, and of course, obviously at the same time, you're playing for you've got this pilot. You're up against 4 other chumps with crap shows. I watched all of them. They're not worth the time of day.
Oh, yeah.
And
They're our friends.
Brian, tell them about the other pilots. What are the other pilots? What was the other pilot that you watched? You were telling me about it, but I can't remember. What was some of the other pilots?
First of all, it had this totally predictable plot, right? Didn't make me laugh once. I think.
Well, what were some of the characters?
There was the sad one.
God, fuck him.
The one that had like the lopsided. Did you notice he shaved lopsidedly? He had just a little more stubble on one side than the other.
Yeah.
There was the
The thing I
rapist.
hated was the one that was mostly a lobster. And he was just like, oh, look at me. I love the sea and eating plankton.
I don't remember that one. Tell me more about it.
That was
though.
the other pilot. It was terrible.
Wait.
I reckon Plankton one's going to kill it. I reckon that's some of the best writing we've seen in a while from
But,
Plankton.
okay, so here's my question.
Plankton
Jets.
Man went viral
Oh, did it? Oh, wow.
the other day. Yeah.
I guess the plankton demo in Australia is booming right now.
We got a lot of whales off the east coast that just love
Here's my
YouTube.
here's my question was, do you care whether or not you are drawn towards doing more television or internet or live stage performance stuff? Because obviously you're seeing stuff blow up in different areas at different time. Is there just some part of you that are like, yeah, man, wherever the wind takes us? Or is there a particular venue that you really want to hit?
Just quickly.
They just Googled a picture of John Stossel. That's great.
No, that's his background. He's been a Stossel fan since '97.
That's crazy. His background is an image of a Safari browser with John Stossel's image.
He was too keen to get it there.
That's bullshit. It's Chrome.
He wanted to.
Oh, sorry.
He wanted to capture the moment that he saw John Stossel for the first time.
No time to save it. He just had to screenshot that right onto the back.
Exactly. Yeah. Open Apple Shift 3.
Internet's sick. Like, if I could just spend the rest of my life making videos for YouTube kids, that'd be awesome. In saying that, though, there are some YouTube fans who are fuckheads, and you know what I mean. Like that 1 in 20 who like just thinks they have a right to say what they think always.
Let me just.
I'm talking to you.
I'm going to give you the
I'm
full
talking
screen.
to you. Are you noob, neck beard having some bitch? I hate you. What do they say, Zach?
Get out of here.
Yeah, and they say like you work real hard, and they say,
Oh, boo.
I hate them because we're working our bum off, and there's all these nice kids with neck beards, and they give neck beards a bad name.
I got a neck beard right now.
Oh shit, son! Check this out.
I grew it for the
Game
internet.
recognized game.
Okay. Oh, there we go. We got.
Yeah.
I'm the only one with a freshly shorn neck. I feel
Freshly
terrible.
shorn, like the day you were born.
That freshly shorn neck, and I said, "You get out of our internet, freshly shorn neck, man."
They call me Bjorn Shorn. I can't grow a neck beard.
Man, I'll tell you what. I
Beard.
really
They
feel
go,
like
naked
like we've-
beards. Neck beards unite? Question mark.
I feel like we've opened up this like transcontinental dialogue here that we would really be remiss if we didn't explore. So, do you guys have any questions about America that we, as their representatives, can answer?
I'll tell you the real truth. For the
totality?
record,
Yeah.
most of the bullshit, watered down, government-run dialogue
Yeah.
you hear about the United States is all filtered through the Censorship Bureau. We'll give you the
That's
real
what I'm
sauce.
saying. I'm surprised you're both not holding guns.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, don't
Okay.
make
So
me
is
go
that
get
a quite like do all Americans have guns?
Yeah. Do you?
I have a few.
Yeah.
What do you-
Brian's
right now?
got a few guns.
Yeah.
I just borrow Brian's. If
Yeah,
I
fair
ever
enough.
need them for anything really important, like protecting myself or juggling, like I just ask Brian, and he's totally down to lend them out.
By the
He's
way,
got them just laying around, mostly as paperweights.
Have you ever killed a man?
No. Now that is define a man. Like, okay.
A man of strong will and good nature. A man you could look in the eye and say, that's a hard day's work.
I mean, but does it count if he's a wolf at the time? It was a full moon, and it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah, well,
until
that's,
the next
that's
morning that
acceptable.
it turned out
if
to
you're,
be a
if you,
man.
that's what you have to tell yourself about killing a man, is that he had morphed into a wolf.
I killed a man's reputation once. Does that count?
With a gun?
Yeah. Yes, I shot him.
Mostly, yeah. It was mostly he shot him right in the reputation, and it hemorrhaged until he died.
I've got a question. Is that Mad Max on your T-shirt?
This is another myth. Is that Mad Max? It turns out never existed. And as part of the United States' whitewashing of all culture from Australia, you can see these are the adventures of the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, and anything that resembles Mad Max is purely a coincidence. So eat shit,
So-
Australia.
So I'll tell you what. Now that gives us a great segue. Because there's a question I have about Australia with. So are all Australians anti-Semitic and racist, or just the ones that come to America?
Yes.
Yeah, most of them. We're
Most
all
of
right.
No, it's very true. We have, I think, yeah, no, it is a problem. It's very upsetting. To be, because we're
I can see
We
the
don't have a correct answer to this. Wherever we go, we get racist, and it's sad.
We just thank God for South Africa, because that means we're not the most racist country in the Southern Hemisphere. But other than that, we're pretty bad.
So, like, if you guys, and I'm not saying you do have a secret song that you all sing in pubs across Australia, thanking God for having South Africa, but if there was such a song, what might it sound like?
Thank you, South Africa, for doing apartheid till 92, because we did it till the late 60s. So, you just dragged it out a little bit longer.
A bang, bing, bing, bang, bingity, bang, and boom, boom.
Bikies, Maccas. Other words we abbreviate.
Nicole Kidman, how do you do?
Kate Blanchett and Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, too.
Mel Gibson.
He was born in America. He lived in America until he was 12. His parents are American.
Oh, my God.
We're not going to take responsibility for Mel Gibson.
And by the way, nor should you. Thank God you are standing up for yourself. That's an important distinction to make.
Where I'm going to be in America in a couple of weeks. We're going to be.
Where are you going to be?
We're going to be. I don't know if we're doing any shows, but we just got this funding from YouTube to come over and do a week of like channel development, which is really exciting.
But is this in LA?
In LA or in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
In LA. Ooh, you're
Haven't you
doing
done
well.
Very well.
You realize. You realize, like, one of our friends, the producer for a show I do, and the wife of my co-host on another show, pretty much runs that joint. So, like, if you need the real
YouTube creator space,
yeah, dude, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's where we're going.
That's great.
Dude, if there's a chance you need somebody to like hold a plate in the background or something, like I will fly out to LA just to be that guy and hold a plate. And you don't ever have to say, you don't have to acknowledge nothing. Maybe you could say like, I hate South Africa. He's from South Africa. And that was my impression of you. And then I'm holding the plate and then that's it. That'll be fine.
Yeah, man, for sure. You speak to our people.
We'll speak
Yeah.
to your people.
All right. If that's the case, Aunty Donna sucks in the chat room. Just go ahead and let us know, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, our people are the people in the chat. Your person's already in the chat, so you guys can just,
just knock that one out
right now.
Could I just say for the record,
Yeah.
we don't hate South Africa. That would make us xenophobic towards South Africans and thus defeat the purpose of us saying we're not racist. We
Well,
love South Africa.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that whole song that you guys sing about.
I mean, like, it's not xenophobic to hate just the white people, though, right? Like, you can make that distinction.
Yeah, we don't like the racist South Africans. The
Yeah,
mean
there we
ones
go.
in that Morgan Freeman and Matt Damon movie.
I'm so sorry, but I'm xenophobic against racists.
Wow. That's a bold stance.
That's a bold
Tell you what,
and
we don't
brave
tolerate
stance.
in Aunty Donna. We don't tolerate racism and bullying.
Drop the mic.
Borrowed this mic.
Bought it. And I'm sorry that some people think that, we're not all equal, because I think that.
There we go. Good.
Whatever.
Wow, a lot of mic dropping here.
man.
This is,
We believe in.
Mr. Green said, what about Nazis? I think I'm not for them.
I tell you what I think. I think get out of here, bigots.
The chat.
boom. Oh, yet another. Wow, we're up to 5 mic drops here, Brian. We've never seen.
We're going for
such
the record
bold
here, ladies
language.
and gentlemen.
In the meantime, I believe, I don't know which member of the chat room did it, but I believe they played a little quiz called Which Member of Aunty Donna Are You? And they found exact parallels for all three of us. Clearly, man.
Yeah.
That's-
What happened to your hair, man? Why did you get so bloody vanilla with it, man?
I hosted a TV show. That's why I'm trying to warn you off. Like, you're all like, I got a pilot, and I'm like, don't do it. You'll have to wear your hair like a normie. They'll tell you it'll play to a better demographic. Don't!
What's the TV show?
It's hacking the system, although they put it under, on National Geographic Channel, they put it under different names, but they don't tell me.
Has
because
it aired in Australia yet?
I think it has, although I don't think
if
they've
it was, it
dubbed
would be on Rupert Murdoch's network. So it's like we have, how you have the Fox network. We have we have Foxtel, which is all cable. So it would be on there somewhere.
Yeah,
if it was.
they keep changing the name in different regions. So I get like on Twitter people saying how much they love the show blank, and I'm like, is that the one I'm on? Because I don't.
No,
know
just
what it's
telling you.
called.
Just telling you what I like.
Yeah.
So here, somebody find out what it was called in Australia, so Brian can properly shame these men for not watching their show.
Look, it's fine. It's fine. They
Please,
don't have.
I need to know about that haircut.
They the idea was, and you guys realize this. Like there was a time in the pre-social media world where it was possible to go and do a live show and do really, really well, make everyone happy, and a year later not have a single person remember not only your name but anything about you, unless you had some kind of distinctive look. Maybe you're a guy who wore an orange jumpsuit all the time, so like at least they could say like, oh, he's that guy in the orange jumpsuit. And I figured if I was going to do anything goofy, for a while I had bright green hair, but it was too off-putting for people at the time, and I couldn't get booked for corporate stuff. And this was like looking like a video game character. I was trying to look like Guile from Street Fighter 2. Do you remember that? Do you remember Guile? Oh, see, they both nod.
Yeah. Very good.
See, that's Brian Brushwood. There we go.
Wow, what a sassy. No, wait, hold on. Go back to those Guile photos.
Yeah.
What's 5 over on the first row?
What do they?
What
this
is-
one?
Oh yeah, no. Show me sassy, Guile. Show me sassy. Oh,
Word.
GQ Guile is looking pretty good.
That is niche.
Over the shoulder.
That's rule 34.
Then we got 90s hip hop Guile.
oh yeah, no. That's definitely. He's about to drop the hottest
That
mixtape of
spinny one.
'97.
Spinny one.
The worst Guile is apparently the one actually from the game.
Yeah, no, that one definitely looks like a backup center of the Utah Jazz in '95, Guile.
So at any rate, that was me trying to have a distinctive look that would evoke video game imagery. I don't know if it worked. They were like, that's adorable that on the internet you could look weird, but you're gonna comb your hair like a grown up. And then they made me wear a sweater.
So all right, so you guys are coming to LA for YouTube stuff. You may or may not perform in Los Angeles, but if and when you do perform anywhere,
Posted, yeah.
anywhere in America, everybody follow at Aunty Donna on Twitter, right? Anywhere
Yeah,
else?
You guys have been the best.
Aunty
You
Donna
guys are
boys.
Awesome.
Thank you
Aunty
so much
Donna
for your support.
boys.
It's been absolutely incredible. Like you guys there's so much love and support and everything from you guys, and we couldn't thank you enough for it.
All right, so from this point forward, if there's a little wink in any public forum, because people will comment on things, they'll pass it along, they'll talk in. If anyone could give a little wink or work something in that lets you know that it's one of ours, say giving you guys a thumbs up, what would that be?
Is it the little diamond thing?
Well, yeah, okay. If you think
So
that's
there's
a
that, but here's what this crowd loves is just some little in joke that makes us laugh and excludes everybody else. So if there were a line that you could give us and we could feedback and you would know, okay, it's about this, what would it be?
John Stossel.
There we go. So any kind of John Stossel reference in any comment on an Aunty Donna video will always be known as fans of this show or people who have viewed this episode.
Good.
We'll do that for sure.
All right, so real quick, one more time, the URL for people who live only in Australia, not those who have the magical VPN machine and could teleport to Australia. Sam, is going to post it in the chat. It's great. It's going great.
What are we doing? What are we posting?
No, where
But
can
it's
people watch the
iView,
pilot? The
ABC
Fresh Blood
iView.
pilot?
If you Google that.
All right.
But don't VPN it. This is purely to the Australian fans.
Yeah, no, come on, man. Quit being so. Man, is there something in your eye? It's just
Yeah.
weird.
No, it's that. It's the atmosphere's thinner in Australia, so it's got to work.
There it is.
Yeah, dude, thank goodness they have the easy-to-remember URL, iview.abc.net.au/program/fresh-blood-pilot-season-aunty-donna/capital LE1462V001500.
Oh, there it is.
Just
And that is
flows
the
off tongue.
easiest way to get there.
I mean, there's got to be a better way. How about bit.ly/YOLO420? God damn it. Can you go back to that?
Yeah, but YOLO 420 VPN swag is what it is. Bit.ly/YOLO420 VPN swag. And I do believe, God, I wish I was in Australia. Then I can watch this.
Now
No,
you know
it's
how it
fine. You can
feels
just
us
go.
Americans.
You can go to Australia and watch it and then vote.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that.
Those
I'm gonna
gold
do that.
suits, bud.
How nice are those gold suits?
Yeah.
People are saying show them Veronica nails it. Did we have Veronica do a Bikey Wars thing?
I've seen that. Is that the one where she just watches it without sound and then?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, I don't remember this. Somebody give me a link to this. I have completely forgotten about it. I know that we led a sing along. I know that somebody cobbled together, like we did an impression live of it, and then somebody cleaned it up and tuned it up and made it a serviceable country music song.
Yeah, and that's also fantastic.
Oh, that's right. We showed it to her without audio. What are you watching right now?
There's Mark.
Oh, that's great.
You know this? No, I don't know this.
Okay, describe what's happening, and for the audio listeners, we'll reveal what it is. What do you see?
It's a guy with a real intense handlebar mustache. No, maybe they're called something different. I think that's a handlebar mustache. And he looks like a biker dude. He's got a denim vest with lots of patches on it, and a shirt kind of like mine underneath. And he's got like a studded belt on and a wife beater and a necklace. And he's getting held up by now a guy in a leather jacket with like one of those do-rags on top and sunglasses and then he just shot him. The first guy just shot him with a big I don't know, M16 or something. And they're dancing and they're singing this whole time too. And I think it's a song about crime. Now there's like a police commissioner looking guy, and he's giving him a talking to, and the gun guy's like, "No, F you, buddy, I'm not scared. Maybe I am scared. I might change my mind. He's telling me something. I don't know what to say. I'm doing a dance and holding a gun. Now I shot the guy and he's dead on the way. Now I'm moving over here and I'm dancing now."
By the way, this is perfect. Keep going.
Amazing. Now there's a new guy wearing a yellow shirt. He's got a newspaper in. Now he's in dirt.
Oh my God, this is amazing! Veronica, you have like a supernatural ability.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
That's
I forgot that was the whole "What is Veronica watching" bit. God, she nailed it. That was amazing.
Clever than our sketch.
The which one?
He said it was cleverer than their
than
sketch. But yeah, tell you what, man. Sometimes you get had.
Eats dirt.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else you guys want to say before we let you go? And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy lunch times because it's lunch in the
We love
other
you guys
world.
so much. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
Well, here we go. I'll tell you what, before you guys leave and drop any more mics, we do have a segment at the end of the show called Diamond Time where we have our audience shout out any project they want on our air because we went independent. We wanted to show love back to the community. The number one project that was voted up on our subreddit, diamondclub.reddit.com, was from one of our best contributors, Sunbun, who just says, "Dear Aunty Donna, we're sorry." So that was the number one message that our community wanted to get out at the end of the show today, was just they're sorry for you having to be on this show.
No, not at all.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure.
And the second
Actually, a
is people
reasonable
should really
time here,
tweet
so-
at ABC iView to get the at Aunty Donna Boys pilot green lit. So that's the second. The first is I'm sorry. The second is everybody go ahead and tweet at ABCI, letter I, VIEW to get the Aunty Donna pilot green lit. And man, you guys got to see this thing. This is so funny. We haven't talked a lot about it, but like the sub or like what the pilot is about. But if you in any way enjoy Tenacious D or Flight of the Conchords or some of the best comedic television, you will very much appreciate it.
CK.
It's certainly
Oh my
not
God.
crap like Open Your Eyes to Mental Illness or
Yeah.
whatever that's
Ugh.
about.
Let's find the real
Mental
guys.
Health Week on ABC this week. It's great.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
mention.
whatever. It's wasting your time. It should be Aunty Donna Boys Week on ABC every week.
It's Aunty Donna Boys Week every week here in Australia.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. This is us singing your song because we're self-indulgent and we love you.
Love you guys.
Thank you
See
so
you guys.
much, guys. See you later.
It's the boys of blue. What the hell?
Holy shit. Holy shit. That was amazing.
Biggity bang, biggity bang, bang, biggity, biggity bang, and a shoot, 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 put a bullet in your head.
All All right, dude. I just they were hanging out. I'm gonna write thanks, guys. So awesome.
So yeah,
We just
that
touched the
seemed to
face
go
of
well.
God. We just reached up and we just caressed a cloud, and it turned out it was the fluffy beard of Santa Christ. And he looked down and he said, "The best part of America is not in America; it's in Australia." And I said, "I'll move there immediately, Lord." That was amazing.
Dude, that was really really fun. They definitely were really fun guys. Hey, and by the way, applause to us. We didn't totally melt down on a celebrity interview.
Well, and what's funny was we both had to turn the keys because last night, like, we wanted so much not to fuck this up that we called each other. I was like, okay, listen, I got an idea. It's kind of crazy, all right? Now, I don't want to mess everything up here, but... And it was you that said it first, I think. I don't know. It was one of us said to the other, what if we don't make a stupid game that we force them to play?
Oh, yeah.
What if we don't make them uncomfortable? What if we actually talk about the process? And
what if we actually collaborate on questions so we're not each asking our separate lines of questioning and we actually keep a coherent interview throughout all of it?
Right. What if we didn't have a tug-of-war meltdown and instead just kind of gave them the dance floor? By the way, Aunty Donna boys just tweeted John Stossel. The best day
A lot
ever.
of people think that I'm really famous in Australia because sketch comedians Aunty Donna tweeted about me.
Of course, some people don't like that they did a incredibly scathing analysis of the biker wars in Australia. Here's a
James Randi will offer $1 million if somebody proves that the bikie wars ever existed.
clip. He'll also give $1,000 if I can be
$1,000.
if I can be proved to be Australian. Good day, mates.
Give me a break.
Boyo. Oi.
By the way, real quick to wrap up on Diamond Time, Z3MAL writes, "Hey Diamond Club, aspiring filmmaker James Brow here, asking you to help my dream come true. It's what you guys do, right? Myself and along with 2 filmmaking partners are gearing up to shoot our second comedy film, Once Upon a Time in the Wasteland, on November 6th through the 8th. We have a GoFundMe page that can be found here, tinyurl.com/wastelandfilm. It's an action comedy in a post-apocalyptic setting, and by viewing the GoFundMe page, you can see pictures of our awesome location. Our goal is to raise $800, which will go toward catering, equipment rental, extra crew payment, and a possible festival run. If the trailer on the page doesn't do enough to encourage a donation, I get it. Stock footage only has so much power. You can view the first film by this filmmaking trio, The Director, at tinyurl.com/directorfilm. Thanks you guys so much, and I'll see you in the wasteland.
Can you give me that last line as John Stossel?
Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the wasteland.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hey, so, man, there's a thing.
Dude, man, I just want to take my pants off.
you
just
and-
like,
you and
oh
me
man, I just
both.
want to pop a beer and just be like,
I
oh
just-
shit. Oh shit, remember when we did that interview?
I mean, it's like I just want to ask for a warm, moist wash rag just to clean all the cum off my own belly. And I was like,
Oh, that was such a good interview. Remember we were making jokes? Ooh, God.
Remember when one of us said a thing and then and one of them smiled real big like they were enjoying it, and I just
God.
involved-
Remember when it looked like it wasn't a chore by entertaining their mentally challenged American cousins?
Man, that was the jauntiest of jerks, was it not, sir?
Oh, God damn.
Hey,
no, that was good. I mean, again, listen, a lot of people don't realize that Brian and Justin have been scared to do interviews for over a year because they didn't think they were good.
It made me think of how I was scared to talk into a microphone because I had a stuttering problem. But luckily, I overcame adversity, and it looks like maybe they will too. Give me a break.
Give me a break. Yeah, no, it's definitely been kind of a bugaboo to the point where Bryce, our producer, Neshcom, has like very much wanted to book guests for us
But we've
a
been
lot,
scared.
and we've kind of
Scared.
been like, I don't know if that's really good for us. And a lot of it was just us not being good at, because like really, who's our best celebrity interviews were like Rooker
Yep.
and Romney, right?
People who well, and even Romney's a cheat because Romney Malco showed up in character as Tijuana Jackson, and the one thing his stipulation was, let me take the dance floor and play a nutty ass character, and we're like,
Yes.
okay, so we were on the same page. We knew that was the rules, and we let him do it, and it was freaking great. Rooker, same thing. Rooker didn't ask permission; he just announced he was going to take the dance floor, and everything was great. Everything else it gets a little mushier. Although I'll tell you what. We were on the same page with Greg Grunberg because I think we blew his mind with all of our pitches for Yowza and
Yeah, but that was also not an interview. That was so embarrassing that it became really funny because it was literally just us being like, oh, famous person's here. Let's put on a show. Oh, we're doing the Greg Grunberg show. We wrote these bits for you, Greg Grunberg. Look at us. Here's a plate. I'm going to spin it for you. Remember when you were on Heroes? I like that show. We're singing. We can't tell you any questions because we're trying to impress you. Do you think it's funny?
It's funny because Sunglow's like, well, what about when you interview Cargill? And my immediate reaction was like, Cargill's not famous. And then I remember, he's written all these movies and books, and I was like, oh fuck, I just remember him before he was famous.
No, but that's actually a really good point. And both Romney and Rooker have kind of become more regulars on the show as far as like celebrity guests because we kind of determined that we only wanted to do interviews with people that we were previously friends with or friendly with.
Right.
Because we didn't trust ourselves to A, do interviews with strangers, and B, to especially do interviews with people that we liked. Because it can either be like we could thread the stone needle and just write a bunch of bits that we hope that the person finds funny,
Right.
or we just melt down like we did with Kyle Gass and it's the Chris Farley show and we're just like yo, Tenacious D. One time I saw Trainwreck when you guys played. We opened for Vida Pluis in Philadelphia. I loved it.
It was really good. It was really good. It was good. We'll
so
take
yeah,
off our shirts.
it was.
Let's set a world record for the most male nipples that'll still stand to this very day. The most
Wow,
male.
yeah, no, we totally did that. Oh, by the way, people are saying, I feel like now, listen, Brian, we've conquered some fears here tonight.
Yeah.
We called down the thunder. We're
Yeah.
doing a big bit trying to get John Stossel's attention.
I mean, even
Right?
if he just recorded a funny little video about, like, I would love it if just our opening video was him saying, I'm sitting there trying to tweet about the debate, and all of a sudden my Twitter's blowing up with two comedians who aren't even in the same state. Their audience is obviously passionate, but they're not very funny guys. I don't know how to explain it to them. So I recorded this video.
No, absolutely. People are saying Alex Jones. Sure. All right, one at a time. Here's all I'm saying. In October, I am going to be in studio in Austin a couple weeks. There is one show that in the history of Night Attack that is our greatest shame.
Oh, shit. We should redo it.
We need Brian. I'm coming to you like Jack did to Kate on Lost. We've got to go back, Brian. We've got to
I
go
agree.
back
I
to
agree.
Martin and
Corey.
and Corey Island.
I mean, here's the problem. We played with antimatter, and it turns out that our hands are made of matter. And the moment we touched it and touched each other, shit blew up. So, yes, absolutely. Agreed. And we should also invite Cargill and Jason Murphy and Chris and all of that gang and Jeff and let's just get them all in the room together.
By the way, I love that people are like, no, don't do it. Like, I mean, like, come on. That's like the safest of all the things. There's no way we would have a meltdown like we had the first time, another time with Corey and Martin.
I don't know if people know that like we instituted like policies because we were trying. It was amazing because in the moment we knew we were melting down. We were both powerless to stop it, and we didn't understand why it was happening. And it wasn't until days later that we're like, wow, I guess we both had like baggage, and we were both interpreting everything through the lens of previous experiences. And now as a result, like Justin had the best metaphor, which is like, what we should do is every time we experience a twinge, like a twisted ankle on the field, we should analyze it afterwards and just air it out and get on the same page so that when so we don't have a full blown, torn ACL in the middle of our live stage show,
Listen, we're done. Like, I feel like we're talking like as if we're not going to relapse. Like, no, we went through rehab. We're not hooked on heroin again. So if we just go to the heroin dealer's house, it's just to say hello to Mike. It's not to buy heroin.
It's the
if
only
that's
way.
What you're thinking.
Right? Hey, so speaking of heroin, which is going, heroin, you get addicted to the thrill, the rush of the moment. You want to keep going back to it. I feel like there's one source for the next 3 months of unending joy, but it turns out one person on Twitter thinks it's shameless self-promotion, which it is.
Oh, let's not get into that.
No. But my point is I do feel like we should have should we come up with a segment name so that we can let people know to skip this part if you don't want to hear about Brian being on Dance Showdown?
No, I don't think it's necessarily a big thing as long as it doesn't just dominate the A block, as long as we keep it, kind of relevant and also just concise. I think the problem is that when we have 9 different projects, and again, this is a symptom of us being really busy.
Well, and that was the weird part because I understand why somebody would think wow, Night Attack's not about hijinks, it's about self-promotion. And I'm like, no, Night Attack is about the story of Brian and Justin's friendship. And part of that story is them becoming successful. This is what it looks like when we become successful. And I don't know. It was a complicated feeling. I don't know how to feel about it.
I think it's just over the last few weeks we've just had a lot of stuff, and also we're not used to such a critical mass of everything happening at once. And so there is a recalibration. His criticism was legitimate in that we just need to understand that it's. Sorry, man, the hits just keep on coming, and we just need to focus on making it a smaller part of the show. We will definitely have a segment weekly about Dance On. I'm sorry. There is nothing funnier than Brian twisting in the wind, watching himself dance. There's going to be a segment wherein Brian watches himself dance, and we split screen with just Brian watching himself dance. That's going to be the segment, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And by anybody, I'm including Brian. A lot of people think this is going to be really funny. After all, Brian's not a professional dancer. He did it for money.
Yeah, but I also did it at the chance for fame and fortune.
A lot of people think he also did it for the chance of fame and fortune. As evidence, they cite the words he just said.
James Randi says he'll give $5 to anyone who can prove Brian really
Son
cares.
Fun says in the chat room, you know who else dances for money, Brian? Strippers.
It's fine. I feel a kinship with them. I'll make sure to bring that up next time I go to a strip club. I also dance for money.
In the Stossel voice.
Yes. You're some people said I couldn't dance, and they were right. But yet I did it anyway because I wanted to make some money. I'm a lot like you.
Oh my God! All I can imagine is Brian.
I keep
Brian
going.
in the titty bar with just the boom, 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 and the stripper sitting on his lap. What's your name, baby?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that I'm not a professional dancer, and yet there I was in Los Angeles, California.
The government says not everyone can be a dancer. What do you say, chartreuse?
Chartreuse. Oh my God!
What do you say, champagne?
So that is definitely.
So we should actually give a bit of a heads up for people who want to know how they can support the whole dance on thing. Apparently, you can watch the latest episode and you can vote for a fan favorite. And I don't know if it's the overall votes or what that matters, but all I know is that it sounds like it really matters. And it would be rad to win a prize.
So and stop me if there's elements of this that you can't say, but you are judged per dance, right? And
I don't think I could talk about this because this is stuff they get into later.
On how the things are. But here's what we do know. Right now, you can vote for Brian.
Yeah.
I think it is safe to say whenever they offer a chance to vote for Brian, what we should be doing is voting for Brian.
Correct. And the URL, and you can actually watch me dance, do a ironic Jack Black
Soul Train
inspired dance. Somebody give me the link to it. What's the easiest link? I think it's dctv.ln. I don't really have it. Somebody's going to give it here in the chat momentarily, I'm sure. DCTV 10267 asks,
I can if you can't say this, I can just say how I know other dance shows work.
Go for it.
Having worked with people who worked on Dancing with the Stars, what normally happens is because that is a live show. This is a recorded show. Brian recorded stuff that is now airing on YouTube. They do a live finale. They factor in everything into another element that is then shot. So your votes do affect the final tally.
Absolutely. And in fact, there's a shit ton on the line, and I've said this before. There's a shit ton of cash on the line. There's a new car, and most important to me, now that I can announce that my dance partner is Bryn Nicole, the fantastic and wonderful Bryn Nicole, who we're going to have on the show. By the way, people are saying you go to danceon.com and select on the video, and there's a place to vote. You have to watch the video for 30 seconds, and then it opens up the opportunity to vote. The vote for your team will be grayed out until you wait that 30 seconds on the video, but it appears that multiple votes are allowed. This is the kind of thing where they are gauging not just the number of people who vote, but how deeply
passion.
they care. Right. So understand, it is not cheating to care so much that you create reminder apps, that you vote multiple times, that you get friends to vote, and create apps that cause your friends to vote or whatever. As long as they're doing it authentically. What is robots voting, of course, would be cheating, but we won the podcast awards fair and square, and I would love to win this again fair and square because a fat chunk of money goes to an extremely talented choreographer dancer, Bryn Nicole, and that is what matters to me. Also, knowing that we have the best raddest fans on the planets,
And if they win, Bryn will come on the show and talk about dancing for Snoop Dogg.
Yes. Oh, dude, I can get her to spill. And she'll do it in the voice of John Stossel, too.
Oh, really?
I'll have to explain to her.
Is that your big finale dance?
The final challenge was describe through dance your political views.
I would just imagine it's just all right, spotlight, right? And it's just Brian walking in with a sledgehammer and saying, "A lot of people say I can't shake that ass." And then it's like a sample John Stossel. Like a lot of people say, say, shake that ass.
The government thinks. That's the bass drop, right? Where it builds up and it goes, the government
says. The government says.
Oh, goddamn.
Give me a break.
Give me a dance break. All right.
John Stossel remix.
Jesus Christ. Look, there's the impression of John.
Oh, Jesus. Dude,
As
Bone
a sexy vixen rocking his awesome mustache.
A lot of people say I can't rock fishnets. Well, what about now, motherfuckers?
By the way, how great is our experiment in trying not to curse going on the show? We're doing great. We're doing great.
It fell apart with Aunty Donna. I feel like I was doing good, and then Aunty Donna came on, and I got so nervous. And I started cursing.
Look, well, what's
I
funny?
got so nervous.
The moment I hear you curse, I'm like, oh, I guess tonight wasn't the night, and so then I dive in as well.
I was doing good in the beginning. I was doing good in the beginning. I changed some mother flippers, and then I just got. So it's not that we're not cursing.
Well,
it's that we wanted to try to not have.
We realized that we had muscles that were getting soft, and we wanted to work out, like as an exercise. We wanted to see how long we could not curse, if we could go back to the ironically named NSFW language, and
the point was never to never curse. The point was to curse far less, and I think that's a. That's just a, I don't know. We just wanted to kind of evolve the show and just make it more impactful when we want
Look,
to.
all right, you know what? Let's not hide behind these false pretenses. If we're gonna be drive time morning DJs in Sydney, Australia, or Melbourne, Australia, with our new best friends Aunty Donna, we're gonna have to learn
Melbourne morning radio.
Oi, mate. Energizer. Oi. Remember that? That guy was Australian, right? Hey, what's up? I'm Brian. I'm from Texas. I'm here with this other asshole.
Yeah. Aren't we glad South Africa existed?
Oh, my God. They're so racist, right? And they gave up apartheid in 1992, but we gave it up in the 60s because we're better, right, Australia?
Yeah.
That's
also,
not a knife.
America did it at about the same time. We're no better.
That's not a knife. That's quiet riot. Traffic and weather together on the fives. Kook and the racist Badger afternoons. There you go.
94.6. That's not a knife radio.
It's 94.6 outside. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's Australia. Sorry, guys.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was really kind of an internal thing that we wanted to try, and we still will. I think it's still going to be a thing. It was just with Aunty Donna. It was. I don't know. I got nervous. I blame myself.
That is totally fine. Do we get an official? Just go to danceon.com and click on things until you get the chance to vote.
Yeah.
Okay. You just said it and I couldn't even remember it.
It's dctv.link/vote for Brian.
dctv.link/vote for Brian.
And also the vote link is on the Reddit.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Showbot reminder. Very good, very good. Oh, hey, look, I can vote. It says here I can vote. I just have to wait 30 seconds. Well, let me give this a moment, and then maybe I'll vote. Oh, I can say I'm not a robot. I can say I like Brendan Bryan, and then maybe I'll just wait a little bit longer. Hey, shall we do the movie draft minute, sir?
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on. I've got 6 seconds, then I can vote. Let's see.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're going to wait in silence.
Well, I mean, it's not silence. It was kind of
sure.
a bit. Okay.
It's a pregnant pause.
Yeah, no, exactly. Pregnant John Stossel. Let's see the movie draft minute.
Welcome to your movie draft minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of October 12th, 2015. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. We're only 3 movies into this draft, and already things are looking quite interesting. So who came out on top? Let's find out. Christy Cates, Tom Merritt, and Brian Brushwood are all tied for 4th place. Still waiting for their first film.
God damn it.
Justin Robert Young enters the race in 3rd place, with Steve Jobs coming out in limited release, bringing his total to $589.5 thousand. Brian Abbott's in 2nd place, with Pan bringing in $17.3 million. And in 1st place with a whopping $113.6 million, it's Malongo A.E. And that is your Movie Drive Minute for the week of October 12th, 2015.
By the way, I just posted that picture on Twitter today. So
yeah.
that was a quick turnaround for my headshot.
Okay, by the way, speaking of which, this only posted today, minutes ago on Dance Showdown. That's the Dance Showdown logo behind me.
No, that is definitely just made today. And for everybody who wants to ride on my nuts about the fact that I have $500,000, that was $500,000 in only New York and LA release. And Steve Jobs had the highest per theater average of the year.
Yeah, no, actually, the buzz is pretty grand on it. he said using the word grand as it used to be used and feeling awkward for having done so.
Dude, look at John Stossel just bossing Graham.
Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham.
What do you think they're saying?
Is that Lindsey Graham?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, look, that's it. He's saying Graham, endless number of video games.
I know,
that
but
are
I
just
feel
murder
like
simulators.
is that the same Lindsey Graham that's running for president?
That's what it looks like. Okay, look, I'll be Lindsey Graham. I think the endless number of video games are just murder simulators.
No, but he also he speaks in a funny way too. No, that's him. He just looks a little angrier. He's usually a little bit more. No, it's not Lindsey Graham. It's a Billy Graham.
That's Billy Graham?
Yeah.
No.
It's not Lindsey Graham, is it?
It's
Lindsey Graham talks with a very weird
silly
voice.
Graham.
He's got
It's Franklin Graham.
Cuz says Lindsey Graham looks like an honest lesbian. It's so true.
Oh my God! They're saying it's Franklin Graham, but I ain't never heard of Franklin Graham. If he's so famous, how come I ain't never shot him in a video game?
Bob Graham, Candy Graham,
Candy
Franklin Graham, Teddy Graham,
Show Doc Pics. It's Golden Graham. No, but seriously,
if you had a party.
And what about? I mean, what is John Stossel saying though? That's what I want to know.
He's saying boring man. You're crazy.
That's not the best John Stossel impression. That's not going to get him.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
I just remembered.
Here we go.
One running bit.
A lot of people. You're stupid.
A lot of people. You're stupid.
Whoa. You're stupid.
All right. I think we're
Can
just
this
about
be our
done.
new bit? People just give us Stossel gifts and
yes,
we just voice John Stossel. Listen, we will do anything to get on John Stossel's radar.
Yes, we'll make
this is Mission Imstossel.
We're gonna make you love him. We learned a lot. We learned that Aunty Donna likes us a little bit, or at least doesn't mind pretending to do so. We learned that that John Stossel's a hero, and that I dance like Jack Black, and that you should vote a bunch of times. Man, I feel like the magic's back, Justin.
We're back, baby.
Along with more shameless self-promotion.
By pissing off some bees.
See you next Tuesday.
Dying of fire.
I'm allergic to bees. Oh, Justin Robert Young, every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.